What's up, guys? I'm Juan the Don, and this is the 1502 Nicaragua. So this cigar was recommended to me by my good friend Tim over at Dads Smoking Cigars, which, by the way, if you haven't heard of them, haven't checked them out, you really need to. They're doing a lot of great stuff. I'll make sure I link them down below. 1502 is a boutique brand, which they're coming out strong with all the cigars that they have. All of them are really, really great. If you haven't checked out 1502, you really need to. I highly recommend them. This is the Nicaragua. So this one is a Nicaraguan puro, and it has tobacco from the 4 main growing regions in Nicaragua, which are Esteli, Jalapa, Condega, and Ometepe. So this is a Nicaraguan puro. I hear nothing but good things about this one. I haven't tried this one before, so I'm really excited to get into it. You can see it is kind of like a box pressed. It does have not quite a closed foot, but the wrapper kind of wraps around a little bit to the foot. So let's just go ahead and cut it, light it, and then let's get right into it. You guys haven't seen it in a while, but I'm bringing back the good old punch. That cold draw is giving me flavors of like a cinnamon apple oatmeal, which is like really intriguing. So like I said, this does have the 4 main growing regions of Nicaragua. So it is a Nicaraguan puro, which means that all the tobacco in here comes from Nicaragua, and 1502 is like a proudly Nicaraguan company. Right away, those flavors are insane. It hit me with like the nice like baked bread flavor that I get with a lot of like that really nice Nicaraguan tobacco. Not really any spice. There's kind of like a fruitiness in there, like I want to say it's a little bit like appley, but also a little bit like citrusy, with a really nice like that baked bread, which kind of gives it like a flavor of like a pie of some sort. So like that's so interesting. I can't quite pinpoint what that flavor is exactly, but it's like it tastes like a bakery, like fresh baked bread, kind of like a little bit of fruitiness, a little bit of like a citrusiness. I'm picking up a little bit of like a wood. I want to call it like some sort of like, I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to pinpoint what flavors these are because it's not exactly like jumping out at me, you know? It's just kind of like very subtle, but they're like reminds me of things like apples or citrus or like baked bread, or like there's kind of like a baking spice in there as well. There's kind of like a baking spice in there as well, maybe like a cinnamon or like a nutmeg, but it's pretty good so far. So let me smoke this down a little bit more, and then I'll come back to you guys with some more thoughts. Alright guys, I never know where the camera is. You can see I'm a little bit into it, and the flavors are I'm starting to like pinpoint more flavors. And let me tell you right before, like, this is a complex cigar. It has so many flavors. I was like, in the beginning I was struggling to like pinpoint flavors because it has so many. So let me just go through a little bit of what I picked up. A little bit of nuttiness. I would describe maybe like a meatier nuts, like walnuts, cashews, almonds, stuff like that. Cedar, a little bit of a sweetness, kind of like vanilla sweetness. Orange Tootsie Roll. It sounds weird, but I swear that's what I'm picking up. Apples, like maybe like what do you call the yellow ones? Fuji apples? I don't know. The yellow apples. Baked bread, like fresh baked bread. Earthiness, like a really nice base earthiness. black pepper spice on the finish, a little bit of spice. Was that it? I think that's like the majority of the flavors that I picked out from this much. So this is a complex cigar, and I'm really enjoying it. It's just so many flavors and so many, like, I don't know, it's like weird. It's like orange Tootsie Roll and like earthiness and cedar and like all this other stuff, right? Like, it doesn't sound like it would be that great, but in all honesty, I'm like really, really enjoying this cigar. Like, the flavors just come out of nowhere, and they like, you just get like a little like kiss of like flavor every now and then, and it's just like so nice. And look at that burn, by the way. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it has that like stacked pancake effect. It's burning so nicely. I have not touched this thing up at all. The construction is great. The draw is right where I like it. The burn is great. Those flavors are complex as complex gets. Really, really nice. And the smoke, like when you're taking a draw, it's like smooth and creamy and buttery, and it's just like like I'm finding myself having a hard time like not constantly taking a puff, because I want to like discover all the like more flavors that it has, and like it's just like such a nice smooth feeling, and like, to say the least, I'm really having a good time right now. So let me smoke this down until I get right below the band or around there, and then I'll come back to you guys with some more thoughts. All right, guys, you can see I'm a little bit below the band. It's really, really a good cigar, and I'm almost like speechless. Like, it's so good. It's really like kind of blowing my mind. Like, so much flavor, so much like complexity. Like I said before, it's just got so many different flavors that you wouldn't really expect to go well together, but it just somehow does. So like sweet cedar, a little bit of that like orange Tootsie Roll, nice little like sweet vanilla, some nuttiness, a little bit of like earthiness, that nice like just a general fruitiness, which I did say was kind of apple, but now it's kind of blended into just like a general fruitiness. Nice little black pepper spice on the finish. The retro hill is where I'm getting most of that like vanilla sweetness and stuff like that. I did touch it up like 2 times, just because I like the nice even burn. The ash fell off right onto my computer while I was doing some work. That was kind of unfortunate, but it was pretty long. It was like a nice like 3-inch ash. So it's good. It's a really, really good cigar so far, and I don't know. I almost like, I like really wasn't expecting it. Like, Tim from Dads Smoking Cigars was talking it up a lot, and I was almost like, I thought he was like almost exaggerating, but like it really is a nice cigar. Very mild to medium, smooth, buttery, creamy draw. Like, that smoke feels like, it just feels good to smoke, and it's like, I don't know, like, I've been sitting here like just like genuinely really, really like enjoying it. Like, I almost like forgot that I was doing a review, because I was just sitting here like really, really just having a great time smoking this cigar. So let me smoke this down until I'm gonna be completely done with it, and then I'll come back to you guys with some final overall thoughts. All right, guys. I made it, let's say like right above the band, I guess I would say. And it's starting to get hot, which, if you know me, I don't like a hot smoke. But I will say, it was getting hot like here, right there. But I kept going, because those flavors are like, the flavors are so good. And part of me didn't want to like admit that I like this cigar so much, just because I know that like Tim would talk to me about it forever, because this is his favorite cigar. But if I had to be like completely honest, this is definitely top 5, maybe top 3 cigars I've ever had. And I mean, just look at that construction. It's still holding on so nicely. I did have to touch it up a little bit, just because it was kind of going askew, but But all the way, and even like if I take a puff right now, smooth, hot, sweet, creamy, buttery, a little nutty, little vanilla-y. The fruitiness is still kind of there. It's kind of faded down a little bit. Nice little black pepper spice on the finish. It's a good cigar. It is really, really good. But like I said, it's getting a little hot, and so the heat is kind of dulling down the flavors a little bit, but the flavors are still there. And I'll admit that I smoke pretty fast, and that's probably why it's getting hot and why it's like, well, getting hot. But that's right there is where I'm gonna end it. My overall thoughts is it's a phenomenal cigar. If you haven't had the 1502 Nicaragua, if you haven't had any 1502, you need to go and get all of them. But start with the Nicaragua, because that is a fantastic cigar. You might ruin other cigars for you because you won't want to smoke anything else, because that is a fantastic cigar. So much complexity, great draw, great burn, great construction. There's almost nothing negative I can say about it. The burn towards the second half started getting a little wonky, but that's not like a big deal. Like literally like quick little touch up fixed it all. Flavors were amazing to the very end. I just smoked cigars fast, so that's why mine got a little hot, but it was fantastic, and also fantastic. It was an amazing cigar. And Tim, I think I owe you, because you turned me on to one of the best cigars I've ever had, and that's just, I'm just being honest. Like, it's so good. I'm definitely gonna be picking up more. Guarantee that you will see more 1502s in the future, because those are amazing cigars. Go pick some up. Anybody can enjoy that cigar. Mild to medium, amazing flavor, amazing complexity, great construction, great draw, nice burn. It is a fantastic cigar. You really need to go pick one up. Again, huge shout out to Tim from Dads Smoking Cigars. Tim and Kyle, you need to go check them out. I'll make sure they're linked down below. Go check out their channel. Go check out their Instagram, dads_smoking_cigars. They're doing amazing things. You need to go check them out. Pick up some of their merch. Watch all their videos. Like all their pictures on Instagram. I'm serious. They are some fantastic people. My question for you guys today is, what is the best cigar you've had to date? That 1502 Nicaragua is definitely in my top 3. My all-time favorite cigar, I'd have to say, is the Filthy Viking from Cigars Daily, made by Rocky Patel. But let me know what you guys think is your favorite cigar to date. I'm interested to know what you guys like what kind of cigars you guys like, what your favorite size is, what your favorite flavors are, stuff like that. So just leave a little comment down below what your favorite cigar to date is. As always, guys, comments, questions, recommendations, anything like that, make sure you leave down a comment down below. I always read through the comments. I always try to respond to everybody. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.